I was just unloading the dishwasher when a ceramic plate slipped and crashed onto the kitchen floor. Damn it, I muttered, bending down to sweep up the shards. I expected my 10-year-old daughter, Maya, to peek in and ask what happened. Instead, I heard her scramble backward, her sneakers squeaking hard against the wood. When I looked up, she was pressed against the hallway wall, clutching her phone like a shield. Maya, I asked, taking a step forward. It's okay, honey. Don't come any closer, she shrieked, her eyes wild with panic. Ms. Miller said, she said when the breaking starts, the hitting is next. I froze. What? Maya, who is Ms. Miller? My guidance counselor, she whispered, trembling. She said if a parent breaks something when they're mad, it's a warning sign. She said we have to hide and call for help. My stomach plummeted. Sweetheart, it just slipped. I'm not mad. I would never hurt you. She gasped, like I had just proven her point. She said you'd deny it, Maya whimpered. Then she bolted into the downstairs bathroom and locked the door. That afternoon, I marched into the middle school, demanding to see this counselor. The receptionist gave me a cold look before calling the principal. 10 minutes later, I was in his office, planning to stay calm. You must be Maya's father, the principal said, leaning back with his arms crossed. We've had some concerning reports about your temper. I saw red. My temper? I dropped a plate. Your counselor has my daughter convinced I'm a monster. He just stared at me, completely deadpan. Are you? 2 days later, a social worker showed up at my house. I had to sit on my own front porch for 45 minutes while a stranger interrogated my little girl inside. When the worker finally came out, she wouldn't even meet my eyes. I was officially the dangerous dad on the block. I hired a lawyer and demanded a formal meeting with the school board and Ms. Miller herself. I walked into that room, ready to ruin her career. But when she walked in, my anger just died. She wasn't some smug, self-righteous crusader. She was frail, shaking, and wouldn't look up from her hands. Her union representative spoke first. He explained that Ms. Miller grew up in a profoundly violent home. It always started with her father breaking dishes, right before things got unimaginably bad. She had never gotten help for it. Instead, she became a counselor, terrified and convinced she had to save these kids from the nightmare she had survived. She looked up at me, tears spilling down her face. I didn't mean to destroy your family, she choked out. I didn't want her to get hurt. She wasn't evil. She was just a deeply broken woman, projecting her trauma onto innocent people. I didn't drop my complaint, but I told the board I didn't want her destroyed. I wanted her in intense therapy and completely out of the school system until she was healed. They agreed in writing. It took 6 months of family counseling to undo the damage, but last night, a glass slipped from my hand and shattered on the floor. I braced myself, my heart pounding in my chest. Maya walked into the kitchen, grabbed the dustpan, and handed it to me. She didn't flinch. She just smiled and said, I'll get the broom, Dad.